Hello and welcome to this Insti, and I'm continuing the Pillars of Eternity 2, the Deadfire. Last episode, well, we did the DLC and wait, what did we do? Yeah, Harbinger's Watch, and tried to see what we could do in the Splintered Reef. Unfortunately, that is something we might leave for later. After all, those bloody vampires are annoying, so we are not dealing with that. I sold everything from my stash and bought something for myself. We basically got some merc berries for our crew, good for morale and eyesight, apparently. And of course, arak, because crew do love alcohol, so a little bit less dexterity, but it's good for morale. Drunken Sailor is good for morale, apparently. Also, I bought the Dragonwing sails, 10 meter combat speed, 15 sail health, 10% travel speed. So while I sold everything that I didn't need, I got around 90,000. And we're still on 53,000. So it was a nice haul after all that I sold everything and bought those. These were quite expensive, so yeah. But probably one of the best sales, I guess. At least they're best I've seen so far. Maybe there's some unique sales or something else later. That is possible. So what are we doing next? There was something. I think we go north. That's what I was talking. Oh, there's that. What is that? Mara Trench. Okay, we're gonna go check that. Then this is the next island. Okay, Tikawara Reku's Shrine and Poko Kohara Ruins. So that's our next objective. Of course, where's the reef? Where's the beef? It's right over there. So we go there first. I kind of want to see what is that. Or not reef, trench. Sorry. So today, if everything goes fine, I would be starting my first stream with my ugly mug in it. So that should be fun. But, okay, let's start with this first. The choppy seas stretch towards the horizon, curls of dark blue capped with lines of foamy white. Captain, shouts Ikiug from the rigging. There's something into the water to port. Off the portside rail, you see a dark shadow rising from the depths. The water splits around a hump of a thick mottled skin. With a sound like a horn blown underwater, two powerful jets of spray erupt from the creature's back. So, whales. But anyways, identified. Who has the best? Yeah, definitely Eder. Eder frowns down the water. Bowhead, maybe, or a wall face. Whale, either way. Thanks for the expert assessment, thank you. So, trap your spears and prepare for hunt. This is not a whaling ship. We're not whalers, we're hunting gods. Harama sighs as the crew members resume their duties. Excuse me. You sail on. Bloody hell, Harama. If you want a whaling ship, you can leave next port. I could kick you out, and you can find a bloody whaling ship. And it gives you a nod and a wink. He does that quite often, you know. Nod and a wink. Bloody hell. The great beast keeps pace with the ship for several hours, its song seeming to vibrate with the very blanks of surprise. Or the mad hums go quietly along, and Harama tosses bits of food to the creature. Vanitsi sighs. They don't eat hardtack. EQ chuckles, the ship sails on. Okay. Fair enough, Harama. You redeemed yourself a little bit. But I'm still watching you. Hardtack. Well, nobody eats hardtack. Not even you guys. So there's that. Anyways. Moral gain 10. The crew experience 253. And the crew earned 2 sailor experience. Okay, nice. Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't record Pillars of Eternity at Monday. My old friend, iritis, eye inflammation, decided to visit. So I had to go to a doctor. That took a little while, get the medicine going. So now I can work again. The bright lights won't hurt like hell on my eye. Unfortunately, I have to put some eye drops every hour for next or 3 days, then every 2 hours next week, around week, and 3 hours and whatnot. So basically around month I have to put some eye drops on my eyes, which is fun, but I digress. You notice a small pavilion containing a large weathered statue of stone little ways off the path. It appears to be a Hōhina shrine. Search the surrounding area. Either. The area around the shrine is clear and may prove to be a good place to rest. Well, that's good to know. Well identified. Shotty. A pair of stone eels twist up the sculpture, each eel's mouth clinging to the other's tail, creating an unbroken circuit. It portrays Rikuhu, the Hōhina's rendition of Berath. An inscription runs along the shrine's base. Some flee, others fight. Rikuhu consumes all. Nice. Pray at the shrine and rest, desecrate the shrine, set the camp and rest. I'll set the camp and rest. The hours pass without complication and you wake up, continue journey. 8 hours pass. Nice. Okay, so the ruins it is. Wait, this sounds familiar. Do we have a quest in here? That answered the question, yes. That answered the question. So, the storms of Poko Kohara. The Royal Deadfire Company believes the Valiant Trading Company is setting up an operation to mine luminous adra on the island of Poko Kohara. He wants me to sabotage this operation, preferably without bloodshed. Having a dog. Yeah. So, I've been seeing that I will join most likely the Valiant Trading Company, but I'm starting to think it again. After all, Valiant Trading Company is something we know from the first one, and the Royal Deadfire Company is something newish. Maybe I'll go with the Royal Deadfire Company then, maybe. Plus I like Maya. She won't probably like if I do something nasty to the Royal Deadfire Company.
Good gone. Gert's gonna get everywhere.
Yes, sand, it's coarse, I hate it, it gets everywhere. Sorry about that. The obelisk is covered in Engwithan runes. Beware, the gods punish trespassers. Not just trespassers, they punish everybody, apparently. These days. Hey? Sand grappling? Oh.
I reap what I sow.
So, how's AI? Everybody? Yeah. This shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, it's not hard. Yeah, basic enemies. Yeah. Rot. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. If nothing blocks it, so I should be able to stream today. So, bit nervous, and not the stream itself, but the that everything goes smoothly. I mean, I've been testing things out and whatnot, so it should, but you never know. Of course.
This looks downright hospitable for an abandoned campsite.
Hospitable abandoned campsite. Yeah, maybe not. You find a rolled up map inside the satchel. It shows a course plotted from Tikawara and island to the west. Go west. Yeah, let's not go there. This is sparsely furnished tent stinks of spoilerations. I mean, singing. Vector. Hello?
Then swim back to Tikawara. We will take your share.
Okay. The tent is empty, but for a stack of excavation tools, shovels, spades, and brushes, help parade in the sand. Yes, sand. Oh, there's something there. And something also. Oh, well. This weathered stone well seems fairly old, though you see a fresh sign of excavation in the sand around it. Pull up the rope, toss down a pebble. Full of a took! After a few seconds, there's a splash. Ah, there was it, yes. Send someone down the rope. Can I toss Eder down? Eder, you're the volunteer now. You take a firm grip on the rope and make your way down. It's not long before the dark surface of the water becomes visible below. The end of the rope dangles just above the water. Eder spots a patch of burlap against the muck and stone. An old sack appears to have been lost or hidden in a crack in the wall. Unfortunately, the sack is out of arm's reach and the material looks worn thin. It might be possible to swing over and grab the sack, but a blunder is likely to snag it on the stone. Yeah. Swing towards the sack. Well, it's Eder or nothing, so Eder. I'm surprised, that was quite close call. Eder kicks back and forth. Smooth, deft motions bring Eder closer and closer to the wall until the sack is finally in reach. Well, climb back up. Well, grab the sack. As the sack comes free, it snags on the stone and rips open. Glittering gems spill from the tear as the rope swings in its smooth, steady arc. A quick grab could save falling gems, but the sack still feels heavy with treasure. I kind of feel if I'll try to take the gems, we'll lose the sack, or maybe we lose the both. And this heavy with treasure, does it mean there are more gems in it or there's something else? I'll leave with the sack. Let's not be greedy, you know. Eder climbs back up the rope into the blistering desert sun. You've gained an item, ingredients, 3 aquamarine and 1 emerald. Thank you. Okay, good. Don't know if that... what did we lose? But, because I don't know, then I don't care. Yay! I see a vision. White! Wait, what? Oh, you died there.
Up! It's coming!
I'm sorry. Apretta, inside.
Oh, is it that god? Splat. Okay, this is quite low level. Wait, what's the yeah, okay, so is everything yeah. Everything is okay. So there's nothing there that, because I started to think, but I totally forgot this is probably quite early quest, which we should have done earlier. Early quest done earlier. Jesus, I'm a smart one, aren't I? But I started to think that maybe something had happened with the game and everything went too easy. But if that would be the case, I would be beating the vampires.
This is futile!
What is futile? It's already dead. So I should have came here earlier. But at least we're having a fun time now. Wait, what are you guys doing? I pressed attack. I see flapping of the wings. Yes, desert worm. Wait, why do I have a screen tearing? Hopefully it's not on the record. There shouldn't be.
See this?
Wait. AI? Active? Do something.
I went straight to the sick.
I don't know, I got a little bit of a screen tearing. Hopefully it's not something
Leave it to me.
that you guys see. Thundercrack pistol. Okay, I'll have to check if that's any good. Yeah, we're gonna scout the map, of course. Are those? Oh, right, we're not alone.
Ain't you got the decency to die?
Shoti is quite bloodthirsty at times.
I didn't think you had the meter. That's not very helpful.
Yeah, this feels nice for our change, not to really worry about the fight.
I'll see.
At least there's that. Yeah, I don't see the screen there at the preview, so I kind of hope there's not at all screen there on the recording, but I'm still quite surprised that I'm having a screen here. Maybe I should put on the V-Sync. I might try that.
Hey, watch it with that.
I have no idea what's happening, but I think they can handle it. Yeah, they definitely can handle it. Nice. Yes, of course. Oh. Well, it's at least money, you know. Because crews got to eat. I think. Honestly, maybe we could turn our crew as an undead or something like that. Why don't I have a necromancer do an undead crew so I don't have to buy food? That should be in the game. That you could make your crew as an undead crew, and if you're an evil character or evilish character, and then you would save cost of feeding people. Well, hello? We coming, bees? Oh.
Hang them down.
Alright, I probably should use the... Yeah, I'll think I'll change to the... Do I have a... No, I only have a sword, so... Okay. Ooh. Hey there, my boy. That probably hurt, but you have a hammer, so you can go with the hammer.
That must hurt.
Splat. Not the bird, you bastard. I'll have to say, again, I love this game. I really do. It has its issues at times, but overall, I love this game. I love the first one. Of course, I could say that this would be, it seems this would be better, but that's a bit unfair because, of course, when you do the first one, it's always the first one, and the second one you can do things a bit better. And you probably have more money. The patina over this entrance tells of age and long exposure. In spite of its degradation, the copper door is a heavy and densely forged as a wood. Gravity holds the slab firmly against the stone. Damn it, gravity, my nemesis. Examine the door closely. Old markings in the shape of a finger suggest that Engwithan titans once possessed the strength to raise the door. It's difficult to tell from here if anything else once controlled the door's opening or closing. You find a hole in the surrounding stone bearing a curious spiral shape. Well, that's curious. You also take a note of scar marks at the base of the door, likely evidence of a pry bar used to wedge it open. The damage to the stone looks recent. If anyone made it inside, the door has long since closed behind them. So we could just use the brute first, but I'll... Okay, crazy bird. Let's use the pry bar. You press your way onto the pry bar for leverage. Yeah, that's why you use the prybar. Given the force you apply, the door budges less than you expected it to. There will be a physical cost of straining yourself like this. Well, raise the door. You grit your teeth and hoist with all of your strength, focusing on this singular purpose. A white-hot flash of agony works its way up your wrist, but you press on through the pain. Take the pain. Insti was injured, of course I was. You managed to force open a gap between the door and the stone. As the entrance widens, a hidden gear in the stonework makes a resounding click and holds the door open. And the opening discharges a breeze of stale air and something else, a feeling which emanates from the yawning darkness that makes your every hair stand on end. And tonight will be fun. Fun. Okay, I'll probably need to rest. Wait a minute. So, rest it is. And everybody have some nuts. No, you don't have the nuts. No, I don't want any minuses. Hagfish? Yep, that works. Yeah, okay, thank you. What
Well?
Yeah.
Well, don't see why not.
Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Okay. Everything.
I'm all right. Tad windblown, but no worse for the wear.
Nobody asked. Honestly, nobody asked. A thin layer of sand and dust has settled upon these crates. Striding alongside the Engwithan figures depict the mural, you notice what appears to be Hōhina. It's a sacrifice, I would guess.
We're not alone.
Luminous revenant, so they're lighting up like Christmas tree.
Death to our enemies. No prisoners. Hey, watch it with that.
Watch it with what?
Not a chance.
Okay, that that sounded so weird. Anyways. Cooler air wafts up from the fissure in the floor. The outer wall of this room seems to have buckled inward under the tide of sand and rubble.
I'll see it done.
I think that was Valoon, maybe? Efficacy of imps. Well, we might as well use the door. Ah. Address stone. So this is a dead end. Though I see a area over there. Hello there, ghosties.
She came after me.
That's a bit odd.
What?
Leave it to me. That looks like a warning. I don't think I can pull.
Okay. Either will have.
Now.
Right. Yes.
You were saying?
Yeah, I noticed the traps. I should. Come on.
What did you find, Ishi?
Come on. Will these be the last ones?
Afraid not, Captain.
Okay. Again, I need to rest after this. Yep. Rest. Just in case. Pushing up my buttons. What do we have here? Hopefully something worthwhile. That's actually a quite cute one.
I'll see it done.
This crocodilian idol is unfamiliar to you. One carvings along the offering bowl suggest it was once revered. Well, yes. Saukko. Saukko. Petrified card, resistance to dexterity afflictions. I don't know if that is so important that I need it for my characters, but of course I'll take it. But again, we are quite high level to this area, so makes sense, of course. This
Leave
would...
it to me.
Well, I guess we'll have to deal with... Oh! Oh, it's Skeletal Sorcerer.
What is it?
Nice. Well, I will give it to you, but I'm guessing it's not that needed. So this would be what? The brazier's roiling flames give off intense light, but no heat. Magical flames, maybe? Because they keep burning and burning and burning. Now that's the greenest green I ever seen. It's so...
Anybody got a chisel and some wheelbarrows?
It's greener than the purest green. So green that they named drink after it, Chartreuse. Lighter shapes seem to stir just beneath the surface of the Adra, rippling past in irregular motions. Do the locomotion with me. I don't know what's going on with my head now. One figures prostrate themselves before the blue flame. They invented fire and now they're worshipping it. Bloody savages. Sorry. Let's go down. Where are we exactly going? I don't know. We'll see. Hello, game. Engwithan Waystation level 2. Next, shoes and sporting.
These things appear someplace nice.
Sporting apparel or something like that. The luminous Adra appears infected, taking the darker hue as it descends. Yes, much reddish hue, it would seem. It's sick. We need to fix it, maybe. Well, stab from back, I guess.
Is that blood? What have you done?
I found him like this. Why is your blade drawn?
You're crazy. Stay back.
So something is affecting their minds. I'm guessing the Adra. Poko Kohara expedition log. This letter about, yes, property of alien trading company is stamped inside its cover. Most of the pages are dark brown and stiff stained with some dark aromatic beverage. A few pages have been ripped from the end. We set out dawn on orders from Governor Alvari. She's heard a rumor of luminous Adra at the place called Poko Kohara. Unfortunately, the place is said to be surrounded by storms and it doesn't appear on any of our charts. But we are told the locals at Tikawara may be able to help. 22nd pre-autumn. I'd heard stories about bad run-ins with Hōhina tribes, but Chieftain Ruanu and the tribe at the Tikawara welcomed us warmly. fared as well as could be expected and marked Poko Kohara on our maps. He seemed to believe the storms are magical, or else the will of the gods. I hold out hope that they can be stopped. The gods, I mean. Are you meaning? I mean. Second Machauden. Left for Poko Kohara this morning. Vector wasn't happy about being left behind, but he was too sick to travel and Beza was losing patience. Haven't seen a Rawatayan ship since we left Neketaka, but she's still afraid they'll beat us there. Fifth Machauden. Storms were some of the worst I've seen, but we've made it. We set up a camp by the cliffs, but we're all looking forward to getting into the ruins. At least I'll be drying there. Seventh Machauden. We lost a giant and Olara today. I don't know what, but something about this place seems off. The others feel it too. No idea. The murals here are incredible. Proof that the Engwithans met ancient Hōhina 2000 years ago. That they might have even built this place. I keep trying to explain this to Beza, but she won't listen. We found the top of the ravine. It's glowing, but Beza says we have to go deeper. And they went too deep. Well, hello there. I'll put 1 point in athletics. Intimidate, why not? I'll probably... I don't know. What else? So what are we buying now? I could pause, but honestly this is so fast. Maybe, hopefully. Liberating command grants the quick inspiration in addition to steadfast. So quick characters have +5 dexterity. This would be resolute +5. Okay. Sacred immolation that we already have. Do I have this? Commands and ally redouble their efforts. +20 deflection. Oh, fit for 12. Okay, I guess that could be something we might want to have. Oh, so yes. Wait, 20 deflection. So what would the next do? Fit inspiration is now upgraded to hardy. +5 constitution, gain 2 armor rating, not bad. Grants the target the steadfast inspiration in addition to fit. Resolve inspiration, steadfast characters have +5. Honestly, I'll probably go with the steel exhortation, so let's buy that. Yeah. So maybe other people will level up too soonish. Up on this mural, an Engwithan raises a sacrificial knife over a pliant Hōhina figure. Yeah, see, I told you, it's a sacrificial sacrifice. Hōhina sacrifice. Nice. Oh, imps. Ooze and imps. Just typical day for me. Am I doing some...
Bring them down.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course. Look at my horse. My horse is amazing. I think it was because of the of course, and that made me think that looks like other animate. So attack.
Still got it.
Wait, trap detected? Where? Well.
With
Ah, there.
absolutely not. It's finished.
It is finished. Let's put some point in athletics, so we have nice 666 there. Yeah, you can be our resident survivalist. What was this? Strike an enemy with powerful melee attack, dealing high damage and stunning them. Foes behind the enemy. Ooh. Yeah, let's go with that. And Xoti next. You are resident religionist, so 14. Theologian. Arcana maybe. Now what do we want? Minor avatar. Besiege God for more time, extended the duration. So we do have healing. Granting strong inspiration, deflection. Resolute. All for the divine weapon specific to your... Okay. Iconic projection. Warding seal. Generates a magical seal that explodes in a burst of electrical energy when an enemy comes... Okay, that's interesting. Blesses allies with the aid of sympathetic soul, releasing healing effect when they are near death. Maybe, because I don't know what else I would be taking. Enemies in the area effect to take penalty to all defenses and accrue burn. Well, let's take that. And those. And of course, what's... Oh, there's nothing there. The etching upon this sarcophagus have been worn down past legibility. Sarcophagus. This night will be... Night to remember. More animats.
No prisoners.
No prisoners, indeed. Okay.
Whose side are you on?
Come on, attack. I don't know why they stop at sometimes. Death and destruction. Exceptional. Okay, that's not bad actually. Those are good to sell. You know. You okay there, Raider? Probably not. Green smoke.
Hey.
Hey, hey.
Reminds me of the Ranganui shooting gallery.
What?
Bring them down.
Yeah, I think we're doing fine. Finally easier enemies. Ooh, that's right. That's right. Take it, Barry. And, yep. You gotta stare. Nice statues. Yeah, keeping the bridge up. Hello there, Engwithan Saint.
No prisoners.
Hopefully goodbye.
We could rest for a bit.
Oh, bloody hell.
Obliged.
Just go there. Into the...
Right on target.
Are you dead? There goes the Engwithan Saint, I hope. Quite fast. Yeah, there it goes. That is the preferable thing to do. More exceptional swords, definitely nice money. Cryo chambers. Or sacrificial chambers. Okay,
Leave
let's
it to me.
deal with this. And this. Huh. Seriously? That's it? I think that's it. Okay, let's rest. We'll need to go and check this first. Well, not, but I kind of want to.
We're not alone.
Ooh, speeder.
I reap what I sow.
Not fan of the spiders, but yeah.
Moweth, Ixi, Alna. Moweth, Ixi, Alna.
What were you doing there, Maya? That... Corpse. Anything worthwhile? Well, flint and tinder, old copper key. That it? I think it is, indeed. So... we do have stairs, but let's go to that door first. Why do I feel like they are moving quite slow?
I'll see it done.
Okay, these are stairs down. Before we do that, I'll check the other stairs. Huh. Ah, okay, so this is just a room. Toad. Wait, what?
Glory be to God.
Well, hello there. Who the hell are you? Sakuras. Oh, Sakuras. I guess we'll need to deal with you then.
That's not very helpful.
Oh. This could cause problems. Well, maybe not. Maybe not.
Leave it to
Yeah, no problems there. You can barely make out the words upon the sarcophagus. I hear rest head that bore a crown of devotion. Well, good for him. Now he rests again. Skeletal Wizard Grimoire. Honestly, I'll just put it in the stash. Yeah, I think we're done here. And down we go. Engwithan Waystation level 3, I'm guessing. That would be the proper nomenclature. Nomenclator? Or it's something else entirely. Yes, I was correct. Is that a trap? Yes, it seemed like it, yeah. Okay. Major injury. Bloody hell. 2 drops, so yeah, I'll have to be a bit careful with this. Well, let's not make this little... Well, let's make this a little easier. Wait, did I choose
I
you?
don't know where this is going.
Wait! Where are you? Oh, sorry. Oh, move.
No trouble at all.
Oh, that bloody hell. Bloody well told you so. Wait a minute. Oh. The machine is still working. What? A soul. Let's start with that. Hello, soul.
I'll see it done.
A woman lies dead on the tiles, her skin discolored with decay. Her rent flesh slogs away to reveal bone. No maggots or bugs have reached her here, which only means that there's more of her left to assault your nostrils. A sword lies discarded beside her, a pack lies beneath her arm, and her barest wisp of essence hovers over her body. Examine the body. The woman's body lies at the end of the trail of smeared, crusted blood. The damage to her armor, such as a fight, though it looks like her attacker or attackers allowed her to crawl away to die. Holding your breath, you kneel to search the body. As you handle her remains, clumps of muscle and flesh fall off, raising a fresh wave of rot. Most of her belongings are slimy and rancid with putrescence, but her back has escaped the worst of it. Inside, you see a few torn pages and carved figurine. Let's read the soul first. The brief images you see are scattered and confused. You are an explorer with the Walian Trading Company. You are searching ruins with your comrades. At least, they used to be your comrades. Now, you're not so sure. Things have been going wrong ever since you got this island. First with Gian, then Olara. Though it might have started earlier on Tikawara. Maybe when Vector fell sick. You hear a scream in the distance. You don't know where the others are. You don't know why there's blood on your hands. You don't know why it's so hard to think. I know that feeling. But you remember that you were supposed to be quiet to avoid the notice of whatever is down here. Something moves in the darkness. Take the pages. They look like they were ripped from a book or journal. They are brown and warped with a spilled drink and scrawled with the brief entries. Ah, sorry. Yeah, these are the missing pages. I wanted so badly find Poko Kohara, and now we are stuck here. No one dares to leave while the Titan roams outside, so we must hope we can find another exit somewhere in the ruins. Olara must have triggered it. It did not move until she began prying open the door, and before we knew it, it had Gian. The others do not say it, but I know they blame me for failing to save him. Smudges of dirt from Otto's hand streak the pages around the next entry. Olara is gone too. We move more slowly now, wary of traps and monsters. I detest this creeping about, and Dueno's stomping nearly makes it all pointless. But Valero has almost lost his nerve, and I do not think he can take another nasty surprise. The next entry is filled with big, crooked letters that loop and swoop like a child's. The other sleep. We decided against the candles or campfires, so I write it right in the glow of the Adra. It is good, because I hear something moving in the dark, even if others do not. Valero insisted that we move slowly so he could study the murals and the patterns in the floor. He thinks to save us from mishap like the ones befell Gian and Olara, but none of that will help if the creature here catches us. Dueno hides a limb, but the way he looks at Valero and me makes me think he's hiding something else too. They grow more and more paranoid with every hour in this place. When they awaken, we will press forward so that we may be done with it. In the meantime, I will keep the pages with my own observations. I cannot trust the others with them. It's funny, they're so paranoid every hour like you are too. The next entry is hastily scribbled. Valero lost a logbook and accuses me of sabotage. A sabotage? He's so busy sketching these murals that he forgets why we are here. But I saw the ad and I understood. This place is sick. We are here to cure it. But Valero says Hōhina were here long ago, that the murals prove as much. I think one Aumaua looks much like another, but he gave me an idea. Right now we spend blood and treasure searching for luminous Adra. Our task would be much easier if we could make regular Adra luminous by enriching it with live souls. As I look at the equipment the Engwithans built here, so like the machines our animancers construct, I wonder if they once did this very thing. And we have the villagers of Tikawara, so eager to help. When we return to Negetaka, I will present my idea to Lueva Alvari. I do not think Director Castrol has the stomach for it, nor my companions, I fear. Take the figurine. Ngati idol, this figurine carved in shape of a woman with the head of an anglerfish. Oh, those are like the Venus statues in the Stone Age or whatever, with huge bosom. Anywho.
Careful, Watcher. That thing's got a nasty hex on it. Confusion feels like.
Shorty's nose crinkles as she leans closer to examine the figurine. Yes. Take her weapon. The saber boasts a viciously serrated edge. Despite the state of its former master, the blade appears to be in good condition, and you retrieve it. You have gained an item, Beza's Tooth Blade. The item was put into your stash. It's exceptional. Veil piercing, interesting. So anything else? Okay, nothing else. Okay, let's move forward. I think... Oh, fourth. Okay, you're not working at the moment. Good. The Hōhina figure's sacrifice seems to have supplied the pillar with energy depicted in blue flames. Blue flames? In blue flame, sorry, yeah. Okay, the thundering is a bit worrisome. Yeah, quick save. So what is happening in here?
I think I found the problem.
There's your problem. Energy pulses through the twisted column like an irregular heartbeat, straining at the pounding walls. Okay, we need to probably... Well, we need to interact with that, but not yet. Not just yet. This is a dead end. I'm guessing this will be... our exit. But for some reason I don't really trust this, so let's quick save just in case again.
Leave it to me.
The machine at the base of the pillar is in bad shape. The other panels are warped and the copper is corroded, but it looks whole. A high keening sound comes from the Adra. Examine the machine. You check the copper connections and knobs. Everything appears to be intact, but none of the essence in the pillar runs through it. The keening grows louder. Activate the machine. You turn the Adra wheel and adjust some of the sliders. At first, nothing happens. Then you feel a fluctuation in the ether. The wailing grows louder. Hello. Essence moves within the Adra, opening dimension as raw and distorted as a fresh wound. Something in that place pulls at your soul, and the distant voices cry out again. Bluff. And maybe stealth. We have that. I'm guessing we could go the ranger immediately attacks a random enemy in range. Yeah, let's go with that. The dimension within the Adra is open, sucking at your soul. Yes, project your party into the pillar. Well, stay for now. I'll make a proper save because, yeah, you know. There we go.
I'll see it done.
A force within the Adra tugs your soul from your body and into the realm of your essence. You become aware of a fragmented, dreamlike landscape. It is not a physical place, but rather a shape your mind has formed from the teeming energy. So is your presence in it. Nice.
I got an itch. Can someone scratch my elbow? I'll lift it with my body.
Wait a minute. Your actual body is still in Poko Kohara. You feel the cold tiles beneath it and smell the dusty air around it, but you cannot return to it. Something here has hold on you. The voices you heard outside the pillar scream and wail somewhere close by. Oh, that's why it asks if we want to go inside, because... yeah. Hello. Hoity hoy. Here we fight. Those being the fighting words. They almost seems like as you reach the source of the tumult, a festering mass of corruption. Hundreds of souls cry out within it, trapped and twisted by the accumulating decay.
I do hope that isn't contagious.
Well, why don't you go and lick it so we could see it? A handful of souls, still fresh and mostly whole, surface to confront you. One of them separates out from the others and stares you down with grim, hateful intensity.
You do not belong here.
The speaker takes the form of the older Hōhina man, his visage shifting as if reflected in rippling water. He is not a physical presence, but rather a soul-given shape. Try and kick me out. The voices surrounding you hush at once.
Your body is hollow. Stay if you would join the dead.
He narrows his eyes.
Maybe you're dead. I do not see Tangaloa's mouth or Sirono's doors anywhere.
A second form takes shape near the first and glowers at him. Their essence sharpen and flicker at each other.
My storm wreathes Poko Kohara. Ngati's fist drags Valiant ships to the deep. If you come to stop this, you have already failed.
His form gathers definition. Whether or not his words are true, he believes what he say. Of course he's believing those words, but, you know, baby, I'm the Watcher. I solve these kind of problems daily. You're responsible for the storms, huh? I really just came to find Valiant expedition. I only wish to commune with Eothas. Surprise made it to Poko Kohara without much fuss. Yes, surprise made it Poko Kohara without much fuss.
Akira, and your ancient soul will help the gust flourish into a gale. Ngati holds our souls in this swamp, cut off from the sea. The flow of essence stops here.
He gazes out at the shifting scenery beyond your floating platform of what only resembles stone.
And rots, apparently.
She wrinkles her nose at the putrefying mass and she checks under her boots.
What do you mean, rots? Souls are going bad, cut off from the cycle? My lantern looks fine and healthy, though.
I don't claim to understand it, girl. I'm a miner, not a mystic.
For Christ's sakes, Captain, I'm a doctor, not a pool man. She aims a hard glare at Anaharu.
The cistern overflows into the world of the living, stirring the sea and skies with the fury of the goddess, bringing storms.
His lips curve into a slight smile. Blinking, Maya clears her throat and eases in closer to listen. So Luminous Adra is affecting the weather, or the souls inside it are. Yeah, we'll probably go that. There's nothing divine about the broken machine around the Adra pillar. Yes, I have question about this place. You've all died, maybe I can help you move on. I've heard enough. Well, we are not going then. Yes, I'll go with the mechanism. There's nothing divine about the broken machinery around the Adra pillar.
The gods laugh at machines, I say. Nothing built of kith hands can wrest away their will.
In spite of his words, he regards the corruption over his shoulder with a frown.
No souls travel through here. The Adra screams. Ngati grins, showing her fangs.
Sure.
This is where Valiant's scheming ends. Ngati's servant holds the dam closed to flood the living world with her vengeance.
He places a hand over the spot his heart once occupied. So, okay, this quest definitely does, I'm fairly certain, won't cause any problems between two factions because they're already dead. So, you think destroying this region will save Tikawara? Show him Besa's page. You sure they'll do anything to protect an investment? History pushing out Valia only exchanges a trading post for Rawatine warships. Oh, that's diplomatic. We are not gonna check. Oh, I'll go with the show him Besa's pages. That's honest. Okay, yes. You sure they'll do anything to protect the investment? Though you're only holding a mental projection of these pages, Anaharu peers down at him and absorbs the meaning. He turns his gaze towards Besa.
Don't look at me. You report to your fish goddess, and I report to Sangreta Mea Compressa.
Anaharu
silences her with a glare. That is true, though.
I am the storm of my people. Adra is the staff I wave to churn Ngati's kingdom.
He opens his palms. The ether around you reacts at once, whipping up the ambient essence into a frenzy. Far away, you think you can hear furious winds growing in response.
Compensating, are we?
Shut up, Aleph.
You will not laugh when I scatter your soul to the breeze.
Okay, let's throw it down then.
To arrive at the far side of death and find this babbling brook.
I know, it's quite disappointing, really. She presses her temples with both hands.
The Valians will not overrun us while I have the strength to repel them.
He furrows his brow towards Besa. I've heard enough.
Then I will scatter you to the ether and fatten the storm on your past lives.
He bolts his hands at his side and begins to shift closer.
Akosi, let's not be hasty. Some of us still have bodies out there.
She puts up a hand in protest and glances to the souls of her crew.
You don't plan on staying here, right? Why not let us tag along and see if we can reunite with our... what we left behind?
She spreads her palms open in a show of benevolence. It doesn't work that way. You're already gone. I'll see if there's anything I can do to help out once I leave this place. Once I'm gone, swim up to the edge of the Adra and I'll chisel you out. I'll see if there's anything I can do to help once I leave this place, because I guess you will give me some money for it.
Leave without us? No! We go as a crew or not at all.
Or we are gonna kill everyone.
I swear, the things I do for the Sangretta.
She sighs and presses her brow, not bow, before turning her focus back towards the Hōhina. So apparently, Anaharu, I think we finally agree something. Let's tear this Bazo soul apart. At best a signal, the rest of the spirits lunge forward. Okay, I guess you're... Would you be counting towards... Well, I'm guessing your spirits more likely. Wait, why my characters don't attack? Okay, please move.
Well, don't see why not. That's not very helpful. Hey, whose side are you on?
Well, easy peasy lemon squeezy. You subdue the furious souls, ripping them into motes of their constituent essence. Beyond this cloud of essence, you feel the pull of the cycle, a force that steadily increases. This pillar remain steadfastly blocked from the natural flow. Power still hums through the essence, sending it through the cycle would restore the Adra around you. Fragmenting it would detonate the delicate balance of power, destroying the pillar. Either way, the steady tug of the beyond grows. You must decide quickly. Detonate the Adra, destroying the pillar. We have to be sure, you know. Nuke it from the orbit. You animate and the corrupted essence into destructive force, ripping the space around you apart. You escape back toward your body before you are destroyed too. Fair.
Leave it.
Hopefully there was nothing there. You cling the tether of your soul, racing to the safety of the material world because you're a material girl, even as the immaterial one warps around you. You feel it falling apart, disintegrating into profound emptiness. You are terrified it will destroy you too. You return to your body, feeling as though you've just fallen into it from a mountaintop. Your companions gasp and groan beside you. You cover your ears against the cracking, shattering Adra. And yes, that should do it. Okay, good. Now it's quiet again. So here we are. Finally, I think we're done with this area. That was nice. I kind of like that the dungeons are not overly long, just correct. Again, it was mostly in the Pillars of Eternity 1 too, except the Caed Nua, the Endless Pass. But again, that's a whole nother thing. It was supposed to be a long one. And of course it's optional. So Tikawara. Yeah, I'll go there next. Because why not? It's right over there. And you are Hōhina. I'll take a quick break once we're here. Tikawara, I guess that's a city. It would seem like it, yes. Or town, you know. We have trading post, cage, Quaru hut, communal storage hut, chieftain's hut, and shrine. So once I'm back, we'll start checking these areas little by little. So I'll be back soon. Okay, let's see what we can see around. What is that? Some kind of blue ball. Now, anything interesting? Wait, why are we going so... Oh. As you near the dock, voices roar over the din of the waves. It seems as if entire village has gathered, and many of them don't seem happy. Oh, right, we exploded the address, probably. Yeah.
I hope that's not for us.
It's for us. They argue with one another, pointing into the distance, but at your approach, they turn to stare at you, their eyes wide with apprehension or anticipation. The crowd parts for the Ragnar, whose skull is broad as his shoulders.
It's for us.
Yes, that's what I told you already, Edo. Pick it up, you know.
The storms disappear, and with them, a great cloud of essence.
He shakes with rage. So, what you gonna do about it? Cry?
My fishermen tell me your ship alone sailed from the island.
He points a accusing finger. Say nothing.
Now there will be no port to feed us, no Valiant soldiers to defend us. For what did you ruin us so?
That is your problem, not
The
mine.
Valiants would bring trade, prosperity. Now, no one will come.
He swallows, glancing up the other villages as if lost. Aloth messages his temple, shaking his head. Irresponsibility. Shut up, Aloth. Shoti eyes narrow, dark glasses fusing.
Then we move on again. This was always our way, Ranga.
The young priestess of Ruanu's side steps forward, holding her narrow shoulders high.
What did the other foreigners bring but death and grief?
She has a point, you know. Like, we are foreigners. We just destroyed their island. She raises her voice, and the others standing around prick up their ears. Lend me your ears. The dwarf at the edge of the crowd shuffles his feet.
Ruano Aimiko, thank you for your kindness, but it is time I moved on.
Oh,
no?
Vector. He glances at you hopefully. Ruano scolds at this, then turns to you. If that's all, I should be going, or do you want to fight?
So long as I am Ranga, you will find no shelter here. No welcome at any hearth in Tikawara.
I think there's a time to, you know, time for a little coup here, you know.
Our people will bury your tracks with sand. You will be less than the lowest of us.
I would like to see you try. He glares at the rest of the tribe as he says this.
The shrine must shelter any traveler Amir's winds send to us. Our guest will be welcome there.
Naira gives you a faint nod, ignoring Ruanu's widening skull.
You know the ways of the gods.
He waves a hand. Ruanu grunts and raises an arm to dismiss the villagers.
Oh, that could have gone better. And much, much worse.
Well, I was kinda hoping it would go to worse. The others nod and despair, murmuring to one another as they scatter across the village. You want a piece of me? A piece you'll have. Oh, that's stealing.
It is a bad omen to have a priestess so young.
Age is no
What?
assurance of wisdom. Remember Anna?
Still your tongue. Amira's winds will surely carry your words.
Okay, there's nothing here. No! Mirri. That's a Finnish word. One of the words you could use calling a cat. Okay. Wait. No, it's not an ingredient, hopefully. +1 intellect. Ooh, smart Mirri. Mirri is following. Yes. That seems... Oh, no. Okay, we can't go further. There, okay, fine. Okay, again, why does it feel like we are walking so slowly? Oh, so slowly. You must have sailed far to come here, yes? Pekeho?
Quit your chirping. I have no fish for you. Full tides.
The fisherman lowers his head in greeting and wipes his hand on his sarong which is modeled with fish guts. He doesn't meet your gaze. So why are those Lagofed caged?
Himwihi and the other Mataru found them when they explored the island.
He looks at the creatures with mingled trepidation and disgust. They bare their teeth in response, flies buzzing around their clouded, gunky eyes and the dull patches on their scales.
Said maybe we train them to build. And if the soil and sea are misers here, then we eat them.
Honestly, I don't think those are good for eating. He shrugs, scratching at his incurved belly. Eda's hand begins to drift slowly towards his weapon. Steady on, Eda. He blinks at your companion impassively, glancing toward the sea with an air of mild impatience. So, what can you tell me about Tikawara?
The high tide is stingy with fish, and the low tide even more so.
The tide is high and we're moving. Okay. He points down the beach to a lonely rag, stung with a few scrawny fish.
Your orders? Let's go.
Okay, I'm trying to set them free.
Stop this! They will get away!
Oh. I wasn't supposed to...
Look out! They escape!
Chirp. Oh, thanks. I wasn't...
For what do you open the cage? Now they get away. I will not be the one to tell him Wihi.
Just to annoy you, you know? That's what I do. I annoy people. To be honest, I wasn't supposed to click that until I was ready, but I'll take it. What do you seek here? Are you a trader, perchance? We Mataru must defend the tribe. Well, yeah, okay, fine. You do you. Himuihi, you're a trader?
Oh, filthy lizards. Even here, I always smell them.
Well, that's too bad. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. This woman stands outside the half-finished building, arms crossed, as if in protest of any shelter it might offer. She looks like she's scowling, but the scars on her face make it hard to tell.
An outsider in Tikawara? Who are you, stranger?
You haven't heard? I'm the one who just destroyed your village, pretty much. Her hand strays toward the hide belt, cinched tightly above her waist. I'm Insti, captain of surprise.
A captain? If you had sailed downwind of the island, you would have moved on, I say.
Right.
I tell Renga Ruano that the stench of Tikawara will drive away friend and outsider alike. Do you smell it?
Well, my friends here promised they'd bathe before we left port.
Ishi, what did I tell you about cleaning yourself?
I speak of the Lagufath.
Yeah, I freed them.
There is no food on this barren island that those monsters do not steal.
Well, they need to eat too, you know. Her scars are like seams stucking her face into a skull.
Yeah, but how could you say no to those little faces?
Well, I kinda have to agree with Eda here. They are misunderstood.
Always they circle our village looking for weaknesses.
She shakes her finger, making an argument she seems to have made many times before.
I pushed the cage with the young ones farther toward the beach, but I smell them even here.
Do you plan on doing something about these pests? You mean those hatchlings I freed? It's no wonder they come here when the beach smells like a Lagofed hatchery. So you want them angry in addition to hungry. So you mean those hatchlings I freed? She slaps her palm over her eyes and curses under her breath.
If you speak true, I say you owe the tribe a debt.
No, I think the tribe owes me quite a huge debt here.
A week ago, I tracked the fish to Hōhina Ravine. So I challenged the Mataru to a hunting competition. My mother's belt for the brood mother's head.
Grinning, she dumps the hide belt slung across her waist. Could you tell me something about that belt? Is it really worth my time and effort?
It is not every day that newcomers land on our beaches. What say you show me how outsiders deal with Lagufath?
I'll consider it.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
Always.
The brood is daring when the mother is close.
She taps the corner of one eye, leveling her gaze at you.
I'll have that fish woman's head mounted in my hut before long.
She exhales and turns her gaze away. Okay. Can I buy some supplies?
Am I a Kuaru?
I don't know.
Do I dirty my fingers with coins 1,000 hands have touched? Never.
She spits.
Go see the sweaty one, the dwarf. He washes his hands sometimes.
I need a place to rest.
Did you not hear the Renga's words? No home in Tikawara may offer you shelter now.
Didn't you hear the priestess's words?
Because Nayeri spoke for you, you can sleep in the shrine. If the sound of chants don't keep you awake.
Okay.
For what do you linger here? The village is much too quiet.
What are you doing with this shipwreck?
The Renga wanted a trading post.
She glowers at the strange building, which appears to be part scaffolding and part shipwreck.
He said it will bring more Valians like the sweaty dwarf. Then they will bring food and supplies and their sweaty money.
A shiver of disgust ripples across her face. So what's wrong with that?
Always I stand here. This is no job for the Mataru. We hunt, fight, and lead.
Yeah, you're failing on 3 accounts apparently. She paces next to the trading post, restless energy practically quivering through her arms and legs. So why aren't you hunting or fighting?
What is there to hunt on this heap of rock and moss? No game. Only Lagufath skulking in Hōhina Ravine.
So you're afraid of Lagufath and you don't want to take a boat outside and do your thing then?
Even the antelope know there is no fit home. The grasses are thin and the trees are like a child's bones. Small and soft.
So why are you still here then?
Even to build this, we must hike up the mountain for wood.
She rubs the side of the trading post with her knuckles. Okay, farewell. So, nice. Honestly, if I can, for some reason, side with Exauribs and destroy...
I can never eat a dwarf. For what?
Play along! I choose the belly, rich and fatty.
We are Raparu, you fools. We would only get the gristle between his toes.
Sweaty toes. So if I do have a chance to side with the Lagufath and destroy this whole village, I will burn this village. Craftsman? Honest work makes Nagati smile. Sure. Whoa, 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 whoa. What have you done? Let's go and see if we can talk to him. Probably not, but... Oh, we can. Interesting. Interesting.
The village starves, and you hide Kowiki fruit?
I hide nothing, you bloated pufferfish. Traitor! Gatty's jaws will close around you.
Maybe you hid something. Hello there, Tamo.
Confess, Tamo.
Ah.
Or will you let good food rot?
A young warrior's forehead is furrowed with lines and bathed with perspiration. He stands over a man bound to a pole. Yeah, I can see that.
Does mine look like a full belly, idiot? Question the rest of the Raparu. We all hunger.
Every word out of the bound man emerges as agonized wheeze. He glares up at Mukumu.
Disgrace. Any other Raparu has worked 10 times in a day what you have in your life, and they do not complain.
The warrior pulls a dagger from his belt and thumbs the tip thoughtfully. Blinking, he turns to you, wearing his bright, friendly smile.
Watcher, we can't just let this injustice stand. Do something, or I might.
I'll give her a look. Or do I? I'm kind of down, but honestly, I kind of want to start problems here too, but I can't take the benevolent path, so I'll give her a look. She returns to your look, eyes blazing, then with a puff of bread, she nods, leaving it to you.
I say, this outsider speaks her mind like a Mataru.
He touches his chin and looks over Xoti before focusing his attention back to you.
Another outsider. You visit Tikawara in hungry times.
Yes, I'm pretty peckish myself, so you look like something I might want to chop up and eat. Mukumu sighs through his nose.
For what do you make of this hagfish, huh? Will Tamao confess if I tighten the ropes?
He gestures to the bound man. I take it he's done something wrong. Do you know you catch more flies with honey than vinegar? That is true. Do whatever you like. I wanted to choose this, but also I kind of want to annoy him. You know you can catch more flies with honey than vinegar. He blinks, momentarily perplexed.
Poko caught this wretch stealing the last of the koiki fruit. The tribe was to feast on it for a harvest ceremony.
I stole no koiki, but I wish I had. I would have hid it somewhere most unpleasant.
He bares his teeth in a defiant grin. Are you suggesting you would have squeezed it in your buttocks?
You hear this? A second chance we give, and Tamao throws it in our faces.
Mukumu holds a blade with the Tamao's heart. He's done this before. What say you, Tamao? What was this koiki ceremony? Would it make things better if I had some spare koiki fruit on hand? I don't keep my own. So you have your guilty man. What's to be done? So, what say you, Tamao?
I say I deserve what others have in plenty. Shade, a full belly, a moment to kneel on cool sands.
He glares up Mukumu.
We stopped being a tribe when Ruanu dragged us into the path of the outsiders. Now we can only save ourselves.
Maybe I can get a coup going here.
You shame us, Tamao. To return in your next life as a coconut crab would be too kind.
Sorry, what's wrong with coconut crab? They're kind of cute. He's done this before.
Lied and stolen? When we have food, he takes more than he deserves. He steals baskets and pots, and even pilfered a spearhead from a warrior on the hunt.
Exasperated, Mukumu mops his brow with the back of his hand.
I say there is no person in Tikawara who he has not wronged in some way. Maybe no person in the Deadfire.
I'm not gonna go do this. So you have your guilty man. What's to be done?
Piko's word is enough to give Tamao over to the waves.
Mukumu faces the beach and touches his, I don't know, brow.
Oh, perfectly civilized. Go on.
Maya strokes her chin and nods.
This is our way.
He blinks at Maya.
Better to drown as an innocent man than starve with you fools.
That is true. Tamao spits, but without the forward momentum, it just triples on his chin. Mukumu turns his gaze away, doing his best to ignore him.
Justice does not fill our stomachs or our hearts. It brings the gods no closer to ending this famine.
Mukumu's hand strays toward his stomach. He glances out the horizon. Whisper a good word in your Ragnar's ear, I'll consider. We could try that. I'll go with the stoic. Good luck with your harvest.
Until the Koiki is found, I will delight in prodding this stubborn eel for answers.
He touches the point of his dagger, his lips spreading into a broad grin.
You are free to question him and your customer, say. And Peheko, he tarries often by the beach.
Okay, Mukumu nods towards the shore. Very well. Can I now talk to him? The bound man casts a very stare down at you, his arms tightening weakly beneath their restraint.
Don't know how long a man could last out here like that.
Well, we could find out later. Take a time and whatnot.
You look at me for what? To watch me shrivel up in the sun?
Tell me about yourself.
I have seen better days than this.
He grimaces up at you. Well, that's true, probably.
I labor for the tribe, but our Ranga saves the best of everything for his warriors.
Yeah, he needs his power base to stay at the top of the game, you know?
For what does a warrior need with a full stomach when we are not at war?
I just already said that. Tamao shakes his head and scolds. You stole the last of the tribe's koiki?
If only my brain and belly had coordinated. I say I would have tried sooner.
Oh. He glances longingly toward the hut north of the Rangas.
Piko hates me because I insult his puny catches of fish. All he does is weigh down his boat. For this, he accuses me.
So what's your side of the story? Well, we kinda already know.
Keho says I was skulking by the drying hut north of the Ranga's home. Akira, this is so.
Okay.
I would have taken the Kohiki, but it was already gone.
So you are just a thief. Well, he didn't really hide that fact. Can you think of anyone else who might have taken it?
It is said the Roparu share one empty stomach. Blame any of them, I say.
Tempting.
The tribe drives me out like jerky because I am hated, not because I am a Kowiki thief.
That is probably true. Farewell. Let's see. I'll make a quick save. Can I actually point towards the Roparu?
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
Why are you yelling? I'm right next to you. So what does the journal say? Investigate the missing koiki fruit around the village. The fisherman Peke caught Tamao stealing koiki. Mukumu wants the rest of the missing fruit found. I may be able to learn more by talking Tamao and Pekeho. Tamao maintains his innocence. He mentioned that koiki was stored in the drying hut north of the Ranga's home. Okay. Shrine. Chieftain's hut. I don't really care to go there.
Step back, all of you.
What's happening here? The broad-shouldered Aumaua at the center of the huddle takes a cautious step back. His gaze never breaks from the tribesmen who have him surrounded, and his hands never stray far from his weapon.
You've all got the wrong idea. I'm waiting for a shipment of sailcloth from the homeland. Is that going to be a problem?
With these people, who knows? His expression turns stony as the implied threat crosses his lips.
Then what say you about this? Coded gibberish, or I'm an Orlin.
Someone from the crowd tosses a sheaf of papers to the ground by Harama's feet. The assembled tribesmen mutter their assent.
Damn it. He's about 2 seconds away from starting a brawl. I've got to step in.
Does this have anything to do with us? Furrowing her brow, Maya ignores you and sets her attention to the crowd. She clears her throat loud enough to turn heads in the direction of your party. Yeah, the problem is I kind of wanted to go with the aggressive point, but I'm still thinking to join those guys maybe, so yeah.
One against a mob isn't exactly even. Ever heard of a fair fight?
Cracks her knuckles and rolls her shoulders.
Ha! Company warships blow our canoes to splinters, and you call us unfair? You foreign imps are all the same.
Oi, I'm not an imp. Turning to you and Maya, Harama gives you away no recognition other than a flicker of gratitude. Angry mob is my least favorite mob.
We will show the trading companies how we deal with Rawatayan spies. Charge, brothers and sisters!
You mean dying? I'm making so many friends here today.
We're not alone.
As you wish. With pleasure.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Damn it. I couldn't get to him in time.
Looking up the sky, Maya takes a deep breath and closes her eyes. So would we have a... Could we save him? Honestly, I'm not gonna load this, but I'm thinking, is it always that he dies, or could you actually save him? Who knows?
He was... Helios Feathers. He was my man when we served in the Navy. We shared a lot of hammocks together. Broke some, too.
Too much info, Maya. I'll say nothing.
Let's go. I need to get the land out from under me.
I makes a dismissive gesture toward nothing in particular.
I need to check in with Otsura. Mind if we take a detour to the Brass Citadel?
Maya raises her brow. Once we get there, we have a whole lot of sea to cover. Reporting on your mission, I take it?
Something like that. Atsura probably wants to make sure I'm not wasting too many resources on his little errand. Nothing to worry about.
Shrugs, gesturing to be off. Yes, in later. Okay. This is woven from Kaora reeds, a hardy but flexible material smelling of sea salt. Let's go to the hut. Rongi, what are you doing here? Are you a craftsman? I don't know. This Aoma man seems lost in thought. His clothes are neat and clean, but he is tucking on the fringe of his sash, which is buried into a long, loose thread. He looks up at you, his bleary eyes suddenly sharp and alert. What you doing?
What say? You were new to Tikawara?
He nods, looking at you up and down. So, you know anything about the missing koiki fruit?
Only that Tamao was slept like a fat tortoise, while the rest of us chew on reeds to fool our bellies.
Rongi folds his arms.
Ikira, no one could be less surprised. Tamao had this coming.
You don't seem particularly upset about it.
Guilty or no, being tossed to the waves is what Tamao deserves. I have no tears for him.
Guilty or not? Well, that says quite a lot.
He complained until the Ranga gave him my finest mats, and then left him out for the sport of beasts. Let the gods sort him.
Rongi's lip curls back, but he holds his composure steady. So even if Tamao is innocent, you don't care?
The tribe has challenges enough without Hōhina eating from each other's plates.
Flaring his nostrils, Rongi glances away from you. Maybe you are eating somebody's plate?
You overstep for a stranger, an outsider.
I do that.
I say you should go back to the shore that welcomes you.
Make me. He turns away and says no more. No. The blocked fruit. Acted particularly dismissive of Tamao's possible innocence, it might be worth keeping an eye on him. Yes.
Ishi, quiet time.
Ah, journal. We kind of want to have that, I guess.
Can do.
How is that? How can we take that? What if we just... Oh, we can read it. Of course we can read it. Sorry, I totally forgot we can read the text without actually taking it. If not for the food soldiers, Ruanu would ask for what I bring so many crabs from the beach. They take to the sand at midnight and scuttle around my feet, as hungry as the rest of us, I say. The work is difficult enough without them pinching my ankles and going after the prize. I thank Ngati for every day that Ruanu does not ask. The shore warms by day and cools by night. If this will get the job done, then even Kohopa may forgive me. Only at midnight can I check. Someday the tribe will know what I do, but until that day, Ekera, no one may know. In the meantime, I say, beach is so lonely. Okay, let's talk to Maya.
You probably have some questions about what we've been doing.
Kinda.
We found Harama in quite a state, didn't we? It's no wonder you'd be curious about what's going on.
Not that curious.
Harama was a sociable type of guy. Getting to know people came as easily to him as breathing.
Okay.
Atsura set him loose so he can get to know as many people as possible.
Let's state the obvious that he's a spy.
That's one way you could put it.
Well, let's not mince the word, he was a spy.
He's keeping an eye on Tikawara.
Spy.
Who comes and goes, what sorts of things they discuss.
Again, spy.
Atsura is committed to a more peaceful Deadfire. But he's just one man. He needs good people to shoulder the burden with him.
Was that true? Well, yes, it's definitely true. So Harama is just eyes and ears? No stabbing in the corners or something like that?
Only Yatsura knows for sure. Harama might not even have all the facts. I certainly don't.
Well, were the coded missives true?
Maybe. Probably.
So they were, yes.
Let's just say we're not the first people to deliver Harama a missive that looked like one thing and read like another.
What's to stop me? I'm not trying to antagonize her. What have you been delivering, Maya?
Truthfully, I don't know. They looked like ordinary documents to me, but I'm sure that's how Atsura wanted it.
Nice.
Atsura has a new code for every hour of the day. He probably has cipher keys tattooed all over his body.
Is that really safe? Anyways, that's all for now.
For what it's worth, you're doing a great thing for the Deadfire. You'll see that someday.
Okay, whatever you say. Okay, let's leave. So next would be the island. Basket Weaver goes down at the beach every midnight. No one knows why. Well, we will find that out. Wait, what time is it? Our 18th. So that would be, yeah. Let's.
Joanna was wise to bring us here. A year, and still foreigners never attack.
Tiana.
Food dwindles. Better to die fighting than starving.
As seasoned Tuana woman rests her elbow on the drum like it's the only thing keeping her upright. She pats the hide skin, the percussion no more effortful than a sigh. She opens her eyes as you approach. Aww. What do you do here? Tipping her head to the side, her mouth curls up in a cautious smile. She touches her brow with 2 fingers, then she gives the drum a pair of playful taps. Oh, you're the local drummer. That may have been an introduction. Obviously, she doesn't speak, but let's ask it anyways. Don't you speak? A deep, wrinkled scar traces a winding path down her neck. She tilts her head to the side and beckons you to look closer. The angle and shape look like the mark of a boar's tusk. Ooh, nasty. She raises one finger and points down to a dried hoof knotted to her belt. Then she makes a gesture of pulling back and releasing bowstrings several times in a rapid succession. Grinning, she snaps her fingers and leans once more against the drum with a satisfied sigh.
I admit it. I like this one.
Yes, she's nice. She rolls her eyes at Maya and shooes her away. Tap on the surface of the drum. You play a short, hesitant beat. She bites the insides of her cheek and considers before drumming a quick response with her knuckles. Then she beats harder, faster rhythm, and steps back and grinning at you. Well, I make her happy. I don't care about the village. Play something together. She places her hand on her hip, skeptical as you start to build up her rhythm. Eventually, she bobs her head and smiles a little wider. She eases in closer, your shoulders touching, and beats on the drum fast enough to build a tempo without outpacing you. Her rhythm response changes the tune, introducing complexity while keeping the spirit of the original alive. She closes her eyes and sways in place. The flow of her movements make the beat look effortless, but her arms are a constant blur. In the village below, heads begin to bob, furrowed brows momentarily relax. Finally, she breaks the rhythm and steps back, shaking out her arm and sucking in deep breath. She tips her head to you, gratitude and recognition mingling with her exhaustion.
Get a room, you two.
Oh, damn it, Maya. It was fun. Okay, farewell. Chieftain's Lodge. Well, let's go and annoy the chieftain. Because why not? We're good in that.
Welcome to Tikawara.
Really?
Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Nah.
Already, people fear the wrath of the Valians and cry out for our old roots, where at least we knew the dangers.
If you
need something, ask now.
If I need something. He looks at you solemnly. Major negative reputation lost. What? Very well. I don't understand. Let's see. How are we doing with it? Not good. Not good. With team, not great, but not bad either. So that's at least. Again, most of the time I try not to care about the choices I make comparing to the friends, but of course I don't want to annoy Maya too much, because yes, if I choose to join with the guys, and there's that, of course. Anything inside? Nobody saw nothing. Communal storage hut. Well, we could go to the beach now. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, now they're hopefully walking. Yeah. So it was basic save and quick load. So, yeah. Oh. Don't sneeze, whatever you do, don't sneeze. Okay, let's wait. I'm guessing...
For what do you follow me?
Rongi keeps his hands at his side, breathing heavily all the while. You seem awfully nervous. Something the matter?
Can a weaver not soak his feet in the cool sand?
Yes, but I'm thinking you're hiding something.
Our village has troubles, Akira.
Tell me...
I go here to set mine afloat
Oh, sorry.
on Ngati's back.
He nods to indicate a peaceful lapping of waves. Well, tell me what's going on before I drown you into the tide pool. He blinks at you, his mouth falling open. At first it seems like he's going to protest, but then he simply hangs his head in surrender.
I stole the Koiki, not Tamao.
Gasp. Surprise. He winches.
Ruanu would have us waste our last Koiki on a ceremony to the gods. I say the seeds must be harvested and planted.
He nods, resolute on his point, even as he eases back.
So I hide them by the shore, where the sun warms the sand just so. And I wait.
Storing fruit moderate heat, so it's not bad way to ease the seed open.
Akira, do you cultivate?
Not really, it's just the info I gather while I gallivant around this area.
Koiki is tough, stubborn. It does not surrender without a fight. I let Amira's hot breath warm the heart of the seeds and tell them to grow.
So it's just a question of what I tell Mukumu.
Akira, but say nothing.
Rongi takes a step closer, his eyes widening.
If Ruana takes back the Koiki, we will grow nothing else in time to sustain the tribe.
He bows his head, speaking to the ground between his... So, what do I get for my silence?
I have carried these since I sold baskets to the Valiants.
Seriously. He rifles through his pockets and hands you a palmful of coins without second thought. 400 copper, that's nothing.
I beg of you, for the good of the tribe, let Tumau meet the gods that the rest of us might eat again.
End dialogue. No. My price is a bit higher than 400. Sorry. 400 is peanuts. Hello there.
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
Oh. Where's the... Investigate. He said it's buried on the beach. Oh, do we need to dig it up? I guess we need to dig it up. I thought we'd just, you know, tell it. Yeah. Again, I'm not giving my own. Honestly, the best would be to know that he's hiding it and probably give your own if you have that. But anyways, I digress.
Yes. Hello. Whatever you need, I can help.
I found a bunch of koiki fruit buried by the shore.
Hidden from all the sand crabs and liars, I say.
Mukumu shows his teeth to Tama. No.
Kira, that is no work of mine. Though I want to see you lose a finger to the crabs, digging up the rest.
Tama lies in spite of himself, his teeth red with dried blood.
I say I'm beyond finished. For this, I'll feed you to Ngati myself.
Mukumu unsheathes his dagger. Wait, Rongi was the one who hit the koiki. The dagger pops in Mukumu's hand, his pinched glare hovering on Tamao.
Kira, this is true? Why would Rongi do this?
Because he's a criminal. He even bribed me to stay silent. He flares his nostrils and glances toward the north.
Two traitors. But only one deserves death this day.
Resolved, Mukumu nods to himself and presses his lips together. Without another word, he passes you some bottles and shells. Made her reputation again with Tikawara. I'm a complete asshole. Okay. Well, let's go and check the shrine before we do anything else. Oh, Mukumu. What do you seek here? What is your quest? Oh, sorry. The statue depicts a voluptuous woman with the head of an anglerfish. The paint is thick, as if freshly applied. Yeah, we have the little statue of this, yes. This would lead us outside, okay.
Amir's winds blow bitter today, outsider.
I noticed, yes. Nairi?
So, the waves bring fortune as well as flotsam.
Her head bobs in a respectful nod. Wait. Okay.
I was wrong about you. You did a great thing for us, whether or not the others know it.
Oh, you enjoyed me to blow that thing away, okay? Nairi is almost smiling.
Take this. Maybe it looks small next to a fat Valian purse, but it is all I have to give.
Yeah, at least it's 1,000. I'm gonna give her the... Okay, I'm gonna go with the... I'm not going with the Whalens, yeah. She takes the pages and examines them. Her finger scrolls down the text. She's reading slowly, but her eyes are widening with understanding and horror.
And the Ranga would sell us to these sea snakes.
With a good money. She smooths her hand down her long skirt to still their shaking.
Thank you for this warning. But for what did you bring this to me?
Let's just say we have a common interests.
Then I'm glad we share purpose.
Her smirk is gone as quickly as it appears.
If any speak in favor of an alliance again, then I will have this to show them.
You don't seem to think much of Haruanu's leadership.
He is our Ranga. My own great aunt looked into his soul and declared him such.
Even as he says this, she hesitates, one hand clenching in a fist at her side.
I must respect him, even as he builds a village for our enemies.
Passionate, diplomatic, never mind.
The gods give answers. It is only my duty to listen.
Farewell. Yeah. I'm fairly certain we will go with the, not the Valiant, but the Royal Deadfire Company. I totally forgot the name. So, let's start doing naughty things against Valiant Trading Company. Ah, supply. What do you sell? Nothing that I really need. Okay. I don't think there's anything else except to go to the island and see what we can do there. There's quite a lot of things to do, if I remember correctly. Sunepu Beach, Toaku Piva Trail, Boa Hika Pass, Old Battleground, Burial Site, and Hōhina Ravine. Let's start with this area first. The scent comes upon you gradually as you travel. It smells of the kitchens of Caed Nua, of honey, cinnamon, and fresh bread. Oh. Of meals shared with those now absent. Off the path, you catch a glimmer of movement. Something large and bulbous stirs beyond the trees. Sneak closer to observe. Sorry. Near the center of a nearby clearing stands a Delem gun tending to a large spore. The Delem gun seems formed of living tropics with vibrant flowers cresting her head. Her shape suggests that of an elf, replete with pointed ears. Yeah, we failed. How much? The Delem gun looks up at you as you enter the clearing, eyes widening slightly as she takes you in. She tenses if wooden muscle can be said to do so, shifting her hands forward, fingers bending into wicked claws. Ooh. Like the cup that knows no better, you treat where others fear. Her voice rumbles like a falling tree limb. Tell us why. Examine spore. Let's examine spore. The bulbous fungus towers taller than an aumaua, its fleshy fronds hanging over its bulging stalk. A miasma of yellow dust hangs around it, gently stirring in the light breeze. That really didn't help us. A dank spore. You can barely make out the recumbent form of some unfortunate kid tangled in its roots. The essence of the spore sucks from its victim, glimmering along its length. If it notices you, it will likely attack, and inhaling the spores clouding around it could confuse your senses. Are you in trouble? Do you need help? So, what's a fine lady like yourself doing in a dark wood like this? A quiet droning like that of a beehive beckons somewhat nearby. Do not trifle with us, gift. Thoughtful, Xoti rubs her knuckle along the edge of her... Oh, Xoti. So, are you in trouble? Do you need help? She says nothing for a moment, her head tilting to the side. Why do you ask this? Do you think we fear the spore? She smiles and brushes her hand along one of the spore's fronds. We have nothing to fear. You're pretty demanding for a tree. Be careful, she's not like the Delingman we met in Twin Elves, Out glances at her warily. Her head shifts very slightly, like a tree in the breeze. Do you not demand answers of those who invade your homes? Back off, you yellow-leafed bastards, or I'll turn you into firewood. Her head shifts very slightly, like a tree in the breeze. Oh, sorry. Yes. Only check 7. Startled, her eyes widen as she takes a step back. With a last furtive glance at the spore, she turns and flees you. The dank spore begins to quiver as the forest comes alive. Nice. Because why not use the skills if you can? Okay. That must go down fast. Okay.
Absolutely not.
Something is blocking me. Oh, we can't go through here.
This is futile.
Because honestly, I don't want to be charmed or something like that. Spore-coated grimoire. Oh. Now that seems interesting. Probably not that interesting, but... Oh, I do have 2 skeletals, so that makes sense. I really don't know. It doesn't seem that interesting. Anywho, we're done. Oh, well, let's pick these. Moss of the Blood. I'm thinking that I'll do this island and end the episode there. That seems a good idea. So I don't make another 3-hour episode, although those are fun to do. The tomb rises from the earth before you. Its stone exterior is well wrought and decorated with reliefs. Tangaloa and Ngadi. It likely houses the body of someone. But yes, we're gonna search. Search. Ring of Minor Protection. And that's it. Did someone say ring? Oh, you already have that. So, Boahika Pass. The rumbling reaches your ears first, a low growl from the land before being pierced by the cry of a distant bird. The ground sets to vibrating beneath your feet, the growing roar of the stampeding beast echoing around you. You crest a rise to find that the stampede has passed, now only a rumbling cloud in the distance. As the dust settles, you note that a few of the boar remain, fallen and still, with large feathered darts protruding from their fur. A single upright boar remains, a piglet that nudges its snout against the one of the brown beast. Approach openly. You pick your way down the rise and approach the downed boars. They seem to be breathing, albeit shallowly. You're not sure how long they have before they meet the wheel. Investigate the surroundings. You. The darts seem to be from some of the Laguafet that haunts this island. You've likely only moments before they descend for the kill. Ambush and attack. You creep forward, drawing your weapon. Come on, get that mage.
No prisoners.
Grab the boar and run.
We're not alone.
Ooh.
I cannot whack him any harder.
Ooh, that's nasty. Ring of Overseeing. And some fish. Anything else? Boar tusk, of course. So, oh, there's something there. I totally missed those. Please, can I have the boar? Where's the boar? Here, piggy, 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 piggy. Is there no pig? That's a stone. Huh. Hopefully we can get the pig. Okay, fine. I don't know what happened to the piglet. I say that it got away and lives happily ever after. Oh, I leave the ravine last because, yes, I somehow thought we could go across here, but I was wrong. I was so wrong. So bloody wrong. Something about the curve of the path ahead of you gives you a pause. With the obscured sidelines, you recognize this as a good site of for an ambush. At the same time, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. Actually, you don't hear anything at all. No hum of insects and no rustling of animals. Even the air has this stilled. Investigate your surroundings. As you move carefully forward, you spot a massive Lagofed slinking through the wild growth. Even crouched, the wild earth was among the tropical trees, and it wears a bleached skull on its head. Sneak closer to observe. The Lagofed doesn't seem to have spotted you yet. Let's shock ability. Chain lightning. Bright white electricity pours forward, striking the Lagofed. Sparks fly from the creature's webbed fingers as a light arcs between its sharp teeth. Sizzling and smoking, the creature flees into the wild. Oh, I kinda wanted to fight with him. In its wake, the Lagofed left some fish few of its poisoned barbs and well-crafted club. Seriously. I definitely want to fight. Why wouldn't I want to fight? Let's fight. I thought that was something that we can damage him before we start the fight. But I guess that was the idea, that you can avoid the fight, which is honestly quite refreshing. And again, you really don't need to fight most of the time. I don't think you get the experience, except maybe for the same thing as Pillars of Eternity 1, that you feel the bestiary, which we haven't checked that. Don't tell me the game crashed. Yeah, game crashed. Be right back. Okay, here we are back. Investigate your surroundings. We know that. Sneak closer to observe. Ambush and attack. You creep forward, drawing your weapon. Thank you. Wait a minute. Okay, sorry about that. Back. Come on, where are you, you big bastard? There you are. Skulking Terra.
Glory be to gone.
Guys, attack.
This thing isn't doing the job.
Well, ain't I Gon's own fool?
We still got the fine club. Okay, and you get that, and somebody get that. I'm a little disappointed, but again, I'm a bit too high level here. If I want to get my ass kicked, I just go back to the Vampire place. I don't need that. I don't need that in my life at the moment. Old battleground. Search. Shoot. Stun bombs. Okay. We're done with that. Done. Oh. Follow camera off. Thank you. I can follow myself, you know. I'm a grown-up. Almost, at least. I hope so. Some people might disagree, but... right. Oh, nothing about you. So... Can we actually... Yes. Please don't kill us. Please... Let's do this peacefully if we can.
The big one's distracted. I want to see if I can teach the little one to hold my pipe like he's smoking it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. Yeah. Let's not.
I see something. I'll see it done.
Okay. So, quick save. Are you the... Can I talk to you? Chirp. Okay. Down first. Oh, okay.
Glory be to God. Moeth ixi honor.
Jungle lurker. No, it's not. And here we go. Oh. You find an old stone coffer, pitted and mottled by long exposure to the elements. The lid is cracked, but thick woody vines like giant's fingers hold it in place. Burn the vines with the torch. Okay, that screaming is a bit nerve-wracking. You hold your torch under one of the larger vines for several seconds. Eventually, it shrivels into a twig. However, the nearest vines sprout new growths that reach over to cover. Burn. Burn. Okay, can I take people a little bit closer, maybe use magic, like fireball or something like that? Yes. Fire, cast spell. Well, Aloth, of course. And let's... Torrent of Flame. The plants squeal and pop in the flames, giving off the odor that smells disconcertingly like burning flesh. They wither into scraggly, blackened strands. Yet no sooner have they shrunk than they quiver and twitch, beginning to fill with sap once more. You rip the lid from the coffer before they can regain their grip on it. You retrieve an antique bronze hatchet, pulling it from the coffer even as the vines feebly grasp at it with the hungry tendrils. Beyond scent. Plus 3 deflection against melee weapons, 30% damage, 20% damage to plant targets and targets with plant status effect. Hewing step, plus 15 all defenses against plant attack. Well, so that is something you want to have when you're fighting angry woods, yes. So if you ever encounter something, some huge plant that causes a problems or plant dragon or something like that, then we can use that. Okay, nice. So that they are not fighting. Okay. Cocking her head, the brood mother watches you and lets out an inquisitor chirrup. Chirrup at her. Well, let's not try to impress her, you know. I freed your hatchlings from the village. The broodmother glances toward the pool and drills. 4 enthusiastic high-pitched chirps answer from the cave behind her. She looks back at you and cocks her head in question, jingling her scrap necklace. Eder eyebrows rise high on his forehead. He smiles crookedly. Stay away from the village? The broodmother coos at you. She pulls the scrap necklace off and tosses it at your feet. With that, she lowers her head and chirps quietly to herself. You have gained Baubles of the Fin. +1 Constitution, +1 Intellect, Cruelty and Curious. The gods of active mischief and malice radiate their cruel temperament in the aura that boosts ongoing damage of all allies with the raid. Ooh, nice.
If you told me a few years ago that I'd end up following you on another crazy errand, I'd have said you were out of your mind.
He gives you a dismissive gesture with his pipe hand.
Not because I got anything against you, more that trouble seems to come looking for you wherever you go.
What you're saying?
Yet, here we are again, probably on our way to die.
Most likely.
Well, you already did, but Me, I mean.
Yeah, this time it's your turn, mate. He cocks his head to one side and smiles. Here we are. I could go having all the fun by myself. You didn't have anything better to do. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Well, I couldn't go having all the fun by myself.
Oh, real nice of you to share. Someday I'll have to get you a gift.
Yeah, share and share like, you know?
Wouldn't you know it, this time is shaping up to be crazier than the last one.
That's how it usually goes. There is something accusatory behind Eda's eyes.
But I gotta say, I appreciate how you've handled things. Times like these, staying decent's not as easy as it sounds.
Have you been watching what I've done? Decent is not the word to describe my character at the moment.
Not that you don't have a darker side to you, but it hasn't gotten in the way.
Thanks?
Well, you were having a silent chat with the dead dwarf lady when I met you.
Well, it was a nice chat.
Takes a special type to overlook something like that.
Well, takes a special type to overlook your things, dear Eder.
I've been meaning to ask, though. How is it you never seem to lose your way through all this? What is it tells you you're on the right path?
I accept that even wrong path is not a dead end. I have strong feeling about everything. My confidence is an illusion. I used to entice people into following me blindly. I judge every situation on its own circumstances and leave feelings out of it. Maybe. I think about what wrong path would be, then I do the opposite. If I am truthful with myself and others, I find that things tend to work out. Well, I'm not truthful. I believe helping people who need it. Sometimes it's more complicated, but often it's not. It's complicated. I never know. I'll go with the rational, although we are not always rational, but I'll still go with it.
Oh, that's quite a feat. You gotta tell me your secrets someday.
You see, Eder, you need brains for that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like Eder. I haven't said that before, but it reminds me of Alastair from Dragon Age 1. Eder heaves a sigh that sound is as if been building up for months. His smile is slightly wistful.
When I was a boy, things were simpler. Eothas was more like a character we read about in church.
Here we go again. Easier to worship a god when their worst traits are swept under the rug. I take it there were no statues in these stories. I could see that being an improvement. I take it there were no statues in these stories?
Well, most stories had him helping folks or making the world work as it should.
Of course they did. He adopts a smile and a gently pointed finger of a coaxing parent. Sorry.
You pray to him. He might help you too.
He lets the finger drop and the smile fade.
There was no cost to it. No confusion about his will or followers taken into extremes.
There's always a cost.
Following Eothas was right. Had no reason to question.
He pauses. It could be the light, but the creases around his eyes and mouth seem longer and deeper than your memory of them.
Do you think there's any way that following him could still be the right path? After all we've seen?
It's possible if the cause is just. I think the world deserves better. No, I don't. Of course, even Berath wants us to follow him. No, I don't.
I don't think it could look much worse for him. Those old notions of him, that's all he's got in his favor now.
The point is not just Eothas. Every god in this world. I'll go against them. That's my motive, at least. Motive at the moment, at least.
Anyway, I didn't mean for this to get depressing.
Too late, mate. You just failed. Hard. I'll go to my cabin and sleep next month.
I think this was just a long way of saying I appreciate the way you've guided things.
Again, you probably go your eyes closed quite a lot of times.
Makes me feel like I'm doing some good, going with you.
Sure. If you feel like that, then who am I to argue? He shakes his head with a look on his face like he's just remembered a joke. Oh, please, no jokes. Okay, level up. Aloth. Boy. History, why not? Why not mechanics too? Mm-hmm. Lenkrat's warding staff. Conjure powerful quarter stat that pushes enemies away with hobbled. Effect of it just okay. Including allies away from the caster. Okay, but we might take it. This is on the book. We have this. Phantom is advanced version of essential path of creating an independent copy of the wizard that can cast. Oh yes, okay. Let's take that. Wall of Drain. Oh, only one. So it's the substantial. So how's the journal looking? Now I can't remember the quest's name. So is it something that we already completed? Oh well. Yeah, okay. It might be actually. So we got this. What do I have? Rightful Vengeance. Increases might and result by 1 until the end of the combat each time the party member is knocked out. Well, to be honest, yeah. So basically, Cruel Temperament and Aura that boosts outgoing damage of all allies within the range. I'm gonna... Well, it's only +3, but it's all the time, so why not? What have you on your... Oh, bloody hell. Alright, that is for Watcher only, so I'll keep it in my inventory if I need it. I think... Can I see it from here? What was the quest? Okay. Surprisingly, I think we are done. Is there anything worthwhile to steal? Honestly, nothing. And what about here? No. Yeah, I think we can leave. We've killed enough. Done enough harm to the village for now, so we might absolutely leave. And I'm starting to think this will be the end of episode. We kind of... Oh, wrong way. We kind of did quite a lot. Oh, no, it isn't. What the hell I'm talking? Oh, sorry. I think there's an exit. I was in the wrong area of the map. Yeah, this bodes well for my stream. Well, that's how it goes. So, back to ship, I would say. Well, we have to, of course, go and tell the... Quaruhat... Well, Tikawara it is. Yeah, I might as well live in the stay in the village and end the episode there. But let's go here first.
It seems the Lagofath no longer bother us. I can save my strength for a worthy fight.
Okay. Nice. So that problem is done without fight. I just want to see the world map. Can I not see the world map now? Okay, let's go back to the ship. Back to the ship it is. Because I kind of want to see the world map. What would be the next place to go? now. So this would be what? Tangaloa small ruined tower. That could be next. And there's nothing there, so that might, well, it might be this that will be go next, Subterranean Temple. And then here, then we start going through this area and see what we can find. Actually, I could sail here already, so we'll be here once we start the next episode. Okay, so I'll end this episode, and I don't know if you're watching this or have watched this before I start the stream, but if you have at the time watched this and you come to my stream, so welcome. And if not, then we'll see you in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.